pretty intense. That was pretty bad. I was like, am I gonna lose? Yo, what's up, my fellow black copper Marin chickens? Today we're gonna be chasing a very horrible storm, potentially historic for my area. High winds, possibly up to 70 miles per hour, power outages, widespread, heavy rain, up to 2 inches of rain expected. So yeah, let's get ready to press start. I'm standing right over here. There's been some pretty powerful wind gusts over the last few hours. Talking about sustained 25 to 40, possibly gusts up to 70. I don't know at this moment, but it does look like it's going to be a very big. So the winds have lightened up, and now the big question is, what are we doing with our chickens? So let me show you. So we moved the bigger, heavier coop to the side over there because we are worried about like the wind and the rain hitting the coop, possibly knocking it over. This is a pretty big storm. Today is going to be the day for like the high wind. It's going to start in about an hour, 45 minutes maybe. So yeah, we're going to see trees coming down, likely power outages, possibly historic at this point. Sorry if my camera's getting a little wet. It's just a little bit breezy this morning. Right now the strongest, whoa, there it is. You see that over there? Yeah, that's the wind, all right. Here we go. Oh God. I need a spot to put my camera. Whoosh. So yeah, as you can see, we moved them right over here so that way if the coop does blow over, it'll hit the green truck, which if you haven't yet seen, is probably from like the 50s. Yeah, yesterday we filmed a collab with Mr. Chicken that will be available soon. Once the power comes back on, if that does happen. We haven't yet lost power. That's only because the wind is only like 15, 16 miles per hour. Chickens are still in their yard over there. I don't know how they're doing, but if you want, I could check on them later. But it is certainly being a bad storm. It is certainly being very strong, very rude, and by the looks of things, it is not going to be a very good storm for us. And if you could see down here, sorry, my camera's getting a little wet, but there's a lot of debris down here, as you can see from the wind. The road, after that thunderstorm back in August of 2020, had all the debris on it. It doesn't look that debris covered yet, but it does look like out of a horror movie. Right now, the forecast is calling for the storm to move just east of us, meaning we're going to get the stronger wind rather than the heavier rain. But tomorrow looks like it's going to be a pretty rainy day, as the remnants from this storm system will move through. The winds have been pretty much on and off. Like, you'll have a big, strong gust like I think is about to happen. As you can see over there, you see all those trees that are moving. Yeah, you see that? That's what's been on and off. Just a minute ago, we had a gust close to 50 or 60, I don't know. Pretty close, pretty high. We're moving the chickens and ducks. Wish I could do a moving day. I guess this is gonna be like a season 2. And right over here, let me show you down here. The rain's on and off. It's sort of like it's not really that heavy. It's sort of like yeah, I would not recommend going under a tree during a thunderstorm or a windstorm, because anytime one of these branches could hit you in the face directly. Look at all this, and then there's debris all over the road down there, making this road incredibly impassable. And it's 11 o'clock and we have not yet lost power. If we do lose power, and if anything does happen, if you live in my town, you know my address, I think. I'm not going to tell it to you, because I don't need 70,000 people hoarding my house because of a hurricane, I mean not a hurricane, a thunderstorm that hits. I don't know why I confused those two. Up here in Canada, maybe we'll get like the remnants of a hurricane. Whoa, here comes the wind. Hang on, I'm just gonna get into like the storms. I think I just heard a branch come down somewhere. Yeah, that's amazing how I could just do this without getting hurt. Because I know what I'm doing. You probably don't. If you want, I'll release a video about how you could storm chase, because it's actually pretty fun once you learn how you do it. I mean, I think we've gotten about half an inch of rain so far from this storm. Hey, get out. I don't want to film with you. Yeah, I don't want my siblings filming. They're a little underage, so I prefer if I don't film with them. I mean, maybe on special occasions. Yeah, the chickens are moved over here. The worms are starting to come up, so today's a good day for worm hunting. for the chickens. Not a good day for being outside though, as like the road is coated with debris right now. Our brook, which was drying up, remember the documentary video I was down at the brook was really slow. It's actually starting to speed up. If we get another 5 inches of rain, maybe major flooding will happen. I don't know what we'll have to do though. Yeah, Waldo's in the coop, it sounds like. Yep. We're also moving those other chickens. I guess it's going to be like a featuring a moving day episode, I don't know. But look at all this debris. I mean, it's small projectiles, but it still could whack you in the face. I could only imagine what you would do. Ow! And if it hits you in the face, ow! Ooh, that's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Yo, you gotta see this. This is pretty intense. That was pretty bad. I was like, am I gonna lose power for a second there? Yeah, my friend Colin, he did a storm prep video. I don't know if he had uploaded it or not. I mean, it certainly is a pretty big storm. I mean, that was a pretty strong wind. Right before was probably like the strongest wind gust of the storm, probably closer to like 50 or 60. They're talking about possible gusts up to 90 though. And that's what's really concerning. As you can see, those trees right there, that one used to have my tire swing, but of course that one fell off during a thunderstorm back in July. A tree could come down right on top of the house. But the thing about my house is that it's held up by a roof. The whole house is held up by the roof instead of by like the foundation or the walls. It's held up by the whole roof. So that means if a tree hits the roof, that's the end of the chicken. Not my life, it's just I don't have a camera or a phone to film with. I think they'd be okay, but my computer wouldn't. Larger objects are more prone to getting destroyed. Smaller objects will just get themselves nudged under stuff. I mean, I would have like 5 seconds to escape the house if that was the case. So yeah, we need to be really prepared, and if that does happen, I will film a clip about it. I mean, you have this, you have other storms happening in your area possibly. I mean, if you live in New England, you're getting the hurricane. If you live in Mexico, you just got a hurricane. South Korea could be getting a hurricane soon, a tropical storm. I don't know what they're going to be getting. I don't live on the other side of the world. I live here using Central Time. Because right now it's about noon. I don't know what time it is where you are right now. I don't know if you're watching at 2 in the morning with your parents' phone. I don't know if you're watching from Canada or from whatever country you're from. Yeah, that was a pretty strong wind. I mean, that was just story time of how my house is held up and that a tree could just fall. Bam. That would be the end of everything. Wind is coming down pretty strong right now. We lost a tree, I think, right now. Pretty bad. Haven't yet lost power though. 40 to 50 mile per hour winds at this point. It's officially been 1 day since Hurricane Henri hit us. Now I figured what I'd do is I'll give you like a little damage tour up here in Maine, where we got some of the outer bands of the storm yesterday. Now, the reason I didn't film was because the rest of the storm was pretty disappointing after that. The storm was a big bust. We only lost power once. So you're probably watching this on a Monday. I filmed it on a Sunday. So look at all the road was covered with debris yesterday, like I'll tell you. I think it all got pushed to the side. Then as you can see, we have all the cars driving down the street. And then as you can see, there's a little bit of debris on the side of the road there. I think that's all kick-ups from the storm. There's a lot of twigs in our yard. There's a lot of other stuff. But hang on. Well, I go do the chickens this morning. Yes, we were going to move them, but the storm is just a bust. We were expecting some of the outer bands up here to possibly be producing some higher wind gusts, which they did, probably like 40, 50, 60 miles per hour. But really, do we really need that big of a storm? Release the cluckin'. Where's everybody else? Whoa, get off the sprinkles. Hey there, lovey. How you doing? What are you doing? Alrighty, so what I'm going to have to do in a minute is I'm going to have to turn this thing off. But not before I go release the quacking and refill their water. Yeah, we're supposed to get a big rainstorm today, but it doesn't look like it's going to do that because there's blue sky. Yes, Maine can get rain. We're outside of the area that actually has some pretty bad drought right now, fortunately, because of all the rain we were getting this summer. Hey there, Gray Claw. In case you don't know, I was trying to brainwash y'all to think I lived in Canada. I don't. Of course, the nature here is just not Canadian type. It's, I mean, the woods is, kinda. Hey there, Falcon. Hey, get off of cute. Oh, there goes some cute feathers. What are you doing? And also, we moved the chickens. Yes, this is actually kind of a semi-moving day video. Yeah, we actually ended up moving the chickens during the storm. I mean, it was kind of hard. I mean, we had all this wind blowing at us, and I'm going to show you some of the debris photos here. Because if you look over here, we have all these little things that come off the tree. And then we have all these all over the yard. Actually, and then I think the biggest branch I can currently see is over here. But look at all this, look at that right there, that's a lot. But then, if you can't see right, because there's a lot of branches down back there. We got like maybe an inch of rain yesterday, close to it. This right here is a branch that came down, this whole thing right here. And then there's a few other branches in there. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Let me show you some storm information.